Rhythm, giving, movement, live it. Rhythm, giving, movement, live it. To the rhythm, giving, the movement, live it. To the rhythm, music you've been given, the movement, come to live it.
Good evening. Welcome to MR.SNACKS, Soul Cafe. My name is Julia Caesar. I am going to ask Hiroshi some common questions that have come up regarding his message and what he has been sharing. So, we are going to change the format tonight and have a Q&A. So let's begin with question 1. But before we do, how are you this evening, Hiroshi?
Oh, I'm cool, just chilling. Feeling bad that I don't feel worse. No, just kidding. But I'm okay, and you know my love for vanilla lattes. The great news is about a half a mile away. They opened up a new Starbucks. And guess where? In a Starbucks. They're all over the place. But everything's fine, so let's get with it.
Life seems to be this huge struggle, Hiroshi. We are all trying to get through it, right?
Yep. The thought that you are struggling and life is a struggle is the struggle. Life is beautiful, but the ego doesn't think so. Why? Because it wants what it wants. And not accepting life as it is. That's a tough one. It's not easy. And I said life is beautiful only when it's not identified to your thoughts. And the struggle you're talking about, life as it is, means life is without the translation of the mind. See, we mix these two together, translation and life. And the consequence is, of course, misery.
Just want to be happy, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's never too late to have a happy childhood, you know. But seriously, looking into the mind cannot be happy or satisfied because of duality. And it swings between opposites. And the mind, that's what it does. To use a musical term, it swings, but life does not swing.
Is the world out there or inside?
Well, if everything is one energy, then where's the separation? But the mind's function is to separate, to divide. The outside world is a projection of the inner world. It's said that you are in the world. You've heard that. But that's just a mental construction.
How does one deal with the mind and its thoughts? It's like a battle I deal with.
Oh,
there.
yeah, definitely.
I need a break. I need relief.
Well, our real blessings often appear to us in the shape of battle scars. You're not your mind or thoughts. You're not your body. You are what is aware of the body-mind, right? You can observe the clouds in the sky, the birds flying around, right, without any involvement with them. And thoughts don't conduct or dictate life, so why the involvement? And, just be aware that you are not the body, you're not the mind. You are simply pure awareness.
You said that all is energy in your previous podcasts.
I did, yeah.
So is the world, and man, energy as well?
The world and energy are like thread and cloth. If there's no thread, then of course there's no cloth, right? Take the cloth out of the top you're wearing, and what is left? All is energy. Energy is the basis of all experiences. It's the witness and support of them all.
Is the world real? It seems that it is. You have shared that the world is Maya, an illusion, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the world is real. It's real while it is unreal, too. It's both. You'll come to realize the world is in your mind, right? To really understand and see that you must be free of all involvement with it. I mean, the Bible says you're in the world, but not of it. The world continues on until what? The death of you as a body. So understand not to take anything personally, and that's difficult. It's not easy.
How do you deal with opposing views and teachings? You mentioned that you don't argue. You used to defend your beliefs at one time, as a Christian in years past. You've changed. Other teachings, religious and other spiritual teachings like The Secret are popular. Manifest what you want. Teachings that you can control life, and be happy and successful, if you do this or that.
Oh yeah, so true. Man doesn't like to have his worldview challenged or not accepted, right? That was the case in the past. Friendships, relationships break up because of disagreements. My friends who are Christians or of other worldviews, for example, get upset if you question their beliefs. So I keep quiet for the most part. I have nothing to defend. I share this understanding, and you can see it for yourself. One who has nothing to defend can never be offended. The Beatles put it best, let it be.
So with this understanding you are sharing, how did you apply this to the recent political events, in which when Trump was president, many were very angry and hateful towards him, and they had their beliefs and reasons. Many were hateful towards his supporters. It's not only him, but anger and hatred can be directed at a specific celebrity, or sports figure, or even a person you know.
Oh yeah, so true.
Your take on this?
Oh, a tough one. And I hear you. I've had friends diss me whenever I said anything positive about Trump talking about. I wasn't a supporter, as I don't vote. I haven't, I don't think ever. And I didn't vote in the past election. But with this understanding that I'm sharing, instead of seeing Trump or Biden or Bush or whoever, it could be an ex-spouse or any individual, there is an energy animating a body. Which body answers to its directions, as a boat or ship answers to the movements at the helm. Of course, this conflicts with our conditioning and what we've been taught. And as I've shared, man is not the doer. And as an instrument of consciousness, the body belongs to consciousness. So it can't be yours or mine. There's no doer. So there's a dropping away of ownership. There are no individuals, only apparent individuals. So whatever you are made from, this applies to whoever, Trump, LeBron James, I don't know, J-Lo, you and I. It's the same kind as that which everything is made of. Is consciousness. This is not any personal consciousness, because all is one energy appearing in many different forms.
But the world seems so real.
Yeah, it does.
Not an illusion.
Well, the mind makes the unreal appear real. Take the sky, it appears blue, but is it? You see, the reflection in the lake is an appearance of the sun or the moon. Whatever appears doesn't affect the lake, right? Illusion doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It does, but not how you think it does. Real means permanent. The real doesn't come and go. The illusory comes and goes.
Most people believe they are the body, that they are the mind.
Oh, yeah. So what? I mean, when I get tired and I want to sleep after my walk, I say I feel tired. I want to sleep. I need rest. What is it that knows that I'm tired? That knows that I need to sleep or get some rest? It can't be the body. That would be like the tongue discerning what the mouth tastes like.
What about the teachings to better yourself? What about self-help books or courses and techniques to improve oneself?
Well, teaching only burdens the mind. It does not empty it. The mind needs to be empty to receive. But it's got us all running around like a caterpillar with 98 missing legs. You know, man spends his entire life on improving himself or herself. Something is wrong, the mind says, and we got to fix me. I need to be more organized. I need to work on my anger issues. I need to work on my relationships. I need to go to the gym. You know, society wants cookie cutter people. It's duality. Everyone isn't the same. You know, look at our bodies. You look at The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. The body that I'm referring to is not yours. It's not mine. It's a host body, and you are its guest. And that is the condition of this host body of mine, right? After I leave, right? And life takes us where it wishes. We are where we are because we cannot be anywhere else, right?
This is a teaching of Advaita, or non-duality, which goes back centuries to India,
in many
Japan,
ways,
and China. Relatively speaking, what do you hope to accomplish in communicating this?
Well, I haven't made any money from this, and that's not the point. But my daughters, we've gotten into some deep conversations and a few friends, and they encouraged me to share, go on Instagram and YouTube, and here I am. I mean, I had free time during the pandemic, or the plandemic, if you want to call it that. So I said, okay, I'll do a podcast. And so if, relatively speaking, that what I'm sharing is the soap, the body wash that may clean away any confusion about what's going on in life. Life is as it is.
What is the confusion?
As confused as a termite on a yo-yo, I would say, right? You know, I will tell you, that which doesn't exist is imagining things that don't exist. Also, we think and believe there is something, somewhere better than this here and now. Here and now is simply all there is, whether we like it or not.
Is the mind the enemy? Being that we are so disturbed, as you have shared in the past podcasts, by our thoughts.
The mind is not the enemy. It's a tool. Use it when you need to. Like where did I leave my car keys? You know, like a cell phone. When you need to make a call or check your text messages, you use it, right? I don't need the phone to do my laundry.
You have shared that man is not the doer. It seems man does things. That to accomplish goals in life, it takes effort on our part.
Yeah, it seems that way. The most important thing we do is not doing. Remember when you ran as a child, and you fell down and scraped your knee, what effort did you make to heal your knee? When you were a child at, say, 3 foot tall, what effort did you make to reach the height you are now? What effort does it take to keep your heart pumping blood? The same effort that was required for you to grow physically, to keep your heart pumping and beating and all that, is also necessary for you to grow consciously. So life is happening, speaking happens, doing happens, perceiving and thinking happens. Get it?
What creates thoughts? Where do thoughts come from?
You know, energy moving through space creates wind. That same energy moving through water creates waves. The energy moving through the brain creates thoughts. The totality of thought we call mind all come and go, but the energy remains.
Can the mind be peaceful? Is there such a thing as peace of mind?
Well, the mind is not the instrument to use to attain this peace you're talking about, true peace. It's the only instrument, but the wrong one, as Yuji Krishnamurti, sage, shared. The mind cannot know peace because the mind is the antithesis of peace.
Well, I think this is a wrap.
All right, it's a wrap.
Thank you all for joining us at
Thank
Mr.
you.
Snacks Soul Cafe. Thanks to Hiroshi. And more to come in our next episode.
You're welcome. Thanks,
Good
Julia.
evening.
Take care.
Live it to the rhythm. Music you